Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So if you've been watching my recent vlogs, then you'll know I took up a freelance role, and so I wanted to share with you guys my kind of new and evolving workday routine. So hard to wake up at the moment, I don't even know why. Yesterday I woke up at like 9:30 and it's currently 8:30, so that is better than yesterday. And yeah, I generally wake up between 8 and 8:30. So yeah, I think today, my sleep was awful today though, but the night just passed. I hate like waking up knowing that I haven't slept well, because then I just want to sleep more. On screen my sleep doesn't look too bad, but it felt really bad and my heart rate variability is also low, so that's an indication that I just didn't sleep and I needed the toilet like 3 times, but I didn't go, so that just disrupted my sleep and threw everything off. Sneezing a lot today, so I'm gonna close this window soon. Well, basically now, because I do sleep, yes, with the window open. Pretty much all throughout winter, unless it's freezing. I just otherwise am way too hot in the night. So the first thing I do when I wake up, as you guys saw, is basically get dressed and make my bed. I open up my blinds, and at my desk I will normally start by doing my emails. So yeah, I just go through my inbox, get rid of a ton of emails and reply to any that need replying to, and then after that I'll move on to like harder things that I need to do, and I work for like up to 2 hours at my desk in the mornings usually. So that day my emails didn't take me very long at all, so I quickly moved on to doing some research for my next script and planning of like an idea, which you would have seen on my to-do list. So I basically got like 3 of the first things done on my list for that day, and yeah, it's a really fun way to start my day when I can tick things off. I just need to write down how much I've done. About over an hour, I'll just say an hour. So it is currently Wednesday today, middle of the week, hump day, and yeah, I normally do some work first thing. I was watching and making notes on a podcast basically, which is so cool to say that that is part of my job. But yeah, that was like part of the research for my next project. So project 3, if you're following along this little journey, then you'll know I've done 2 projects. Well, I've written 2 things and I'm calling them projects, even though they're not officially projects, but you know, it's easier to kind of understand it that way. I'm in my 3rd week of doing my freelance writing stuff, and yeah, I have a slightly different task this week. I kind of have to formulate the idea for the content and the video and the script, instead of being given something to do straight away, like a topic to go ahead and research. Like I have to do the research and then come up with an angle to approach it from. So yeah, I have just finished the podcast this morning. That's basically what I was saying, and yeah, I've just been then brainstorming some ideas and different angles. So yeah, that is what I'm going to then suggest this morning, and then hopefully this evening I can get started with writing something if the idea is kind of approved. I just, as I said, because it's freelance, I just keep a track of how much I've done. But yeah, I'm now going to go and have my breakfast. I do some work and then I go and have breakfast, and yeah, I have tutoring at 4 today, so I can't like spend too much time working this morning and getting carried away, because I want to get out on my bike, go to the gym and stuff, hopefully before 4 p.m. Yesterday I did my tutoring prep, so that's actually quite good. Ew, what is that on my MacBook? My brand new MacBook. Well, new for me. And then I will have my breakfast, so I'm really hungry usually by this point, and I'm actually going to show you guys today how I make my oats by spilling
loads of things apparently outside of the bowl, but you need to add some oats first of all with flaxseed, and then I will use an unflavoured protein powder, either pea protein or brown rice protein, but this is the one I'm currently using and I actually really like it. Well, kind of correcting myself, I actually really like pea protein. It has a earthy kind of flavour, and yeah, I make myself 2 hot drinks in the morning alongside my water. So I make a hot lemon and then a coffee, and with the rest of the boiling water I will pour that into my oats. And if you haven't made oats in this way before, honestly it's like the best hack ever because it takes no more than like 5 minutes, and the volume is kind of like unspecified because I personally like my oats really thick, but if you want it not as thick you just add more water, and you can choose whatever toppings you like, but my favourites are usually banana with a nut butter. It's like literally the best combination. And I then also always have nuts as well, so a Brazil nut for selenium, walnuts for like omega-3s and 6s, and sometimes macadamia nuts for omega-9s, but they're not my favourite.
Oats are literally the best thing in the world. There's like no question about it. But yeah, this is a hot lemon. I have so much liquid in the morning, I'm literally going to the toilet all the time. I never know whether to tie back my hair or not when I'm working because, I don't know, I have this kind of red ear syndrome thing. I made that up, but it's basically, hello? Yeah, it's basically where my ears just go red. Like all of the heat concentrates in my ears and they go bright red, and it makes me feel really stressed, and yeah, it's really annoying. But basically, as I have been kind of like alluding to in my recent videos, my freelance work, my new job, it basically involves researching and writing scripts for YouTube videos, and a lot of the research is like based around science and, you know, finding and providing evidence to an audience in like an engaging and fun way. And because like a big chunk of my job now involves writing, I'm trying to like level up my writing skills, learn from others, take courses, watch videos and stuff. And so I've been looking on Skillshare, and Skillshare is sponsoring this video. You guys probably know Skillshare. They're the largest online learning community with loads and loads of courses for like creatives, professionals, students. They have courses on literally everything, you know, creative writing, editing, productivity, freelance, building a business. Like there's just so much on Skillshare. But this learning path that I've been recently interested in because it's got some like good information in it. It is called Creative Essay Writing, Explore the Personal and Powerful, but it's essentially like 3 classes, and yeah, I've been taking that recently. One of the classes talks a lot about like tone of voice and like adopting the right tone and like establishing your purpose before writing. So like this is something that I often omit doing. Like, why are you writing something? Like it's really important to establish that first of all. And something else that like I've realized that I'm doing a lot in my writing subconsciously without me realizing is writing in the passive voice, not the active voice. And the active voice is like more concise and to the point, and I think I've adopted this habit of writing in the passive voice because of like my student days and stuff. Grammatical experts can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've learnt, active voice is being like the boy played the piano, and then passive is like the piano was played by the boy. The active one is just more direct and to the point, and it's kind of like more appropriate for videos, so that's why I'm trying to practice that. But anyway, there's loads more stuff in this learning path, and basically the learning paths on Skillshare. I definitely encourage you guys, if you don't know where to look, like definitely try the learning paths because it gives you a place to start, and then you can just move through those classes. You don't have to find different ones. So if you do want to try Skillshare, as always there is a link in my description box and you can try it for free. The first 500 of you guys to click it will get a full month for free. You can try any of the classes, literally watch anything, and you don't pay a single penny. So yeah, definitely click the link. And as I said, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video.
So at my desk I'll then usually work for like another 2 hours, although I was a bit pushed for time today because I had tutoring later and I was filming and stuff, so I got a little bit behind and I didn't work for as long, but it's usually 2 hours this work block. I will brush my teeth at some point in that block. I usually wait at least half an hour, ideally an hour after I've eaten breakfast, and after that full work block I'll then get ready to go on my workout. And today I was going out on my bike.
This is the look Basically, Angelo says my outfit, which I wore yesterday, makes me look like a Formula 1 driver or something, and I kind of agree. Like, this is the vibe. I have these awful and kind of annoying waterproof trousers on. I wore them in Glossop, bought them for when we went away for Mum's birthday last year. I've been cycling like every day this week. Last week I was ellipticaling, and I'm basically realizing that I'm preferring biking to just being stuck in a gym on an elliptical for like 45 minutes to an hour, which is a lot more mentally draining than like actually going outside and getting fresh air.
This is my bike. You guys have probably seen it before in clips of videos, but yeah, as you can see, I got super muddy yesterday. Like, that's awful. There's a car. Cars are actually being nice to me these days. Sometimes cars just don't say thank you when you give way to them, and they expect you to give way all the time. But these days, I'm getting nice thank yous. Yeah, that person chose to ignore me when I was clearly giving way to them. Road bikes hate rocks. And there's a lot of rocks. Okay, bye horses. These roads are atrocious that I cycle on. So many potholes. I have something in my life, but yeah, I'm going downhill now, which is like a blessing because a lot of my area is like uphill. I need to put my phone back. I actually thought I was only going to do like 13k, I've done 19. So I think that's pretty good. Considering I am not a great cyclist, and the routes I do at home anyway have a lot of hills in. I also stopped and started quite a lot to film, and because of cars, so I think that's actually a decent cycle. Over the past few days I've now averaged at like 20k. I did 19 as I said, yesterday I did 21 and the day before 20. So yeah, pretty happy with that. I have like 20 minutes until I need to leave for the gym, so I'm gonna have a snack, change quickly so I can do everything before tutoring. Also it gets dark later and I don't want to be walking back in the dark from the gym, so I'm just gonna do it all and get it done, which is what I've been doing the past few days. So this is my routine basically. My cycle is usually just over an hour, and then I walk down to the gym in half an hour. My workout is 45 minutes and I stick to 15-minute sections, so times 3. I do back squats, then I do functional training for 15 minutes and finish by doing my physio exercises, and then walk back for the next half an hour. I am so close to being home, and then I have like 10 minutes, well I will have 10 minutes to just get ready to tutor from 4 till 5, so it should be doable. I find that when I have set times to do things, like I have tutoring at 4 to 5, so I have to get my workout done before that, you know, it makes me more productive, and also it helps to like reduce that barrier to doing something, which can often, you know, fuel procrastination and stuff like that. So yeah, that little hump needs to go over, I find is easily solved by just like setting timings for things.
That was literally a quick change and a half. Yeah, change sports bras basically, which is the best thing to do in this situation when I don't have that much time. But anyway, 5 minutes, which is perfect timing. And yeah, I was just listening to a podcast on the way back, which was like related to the podcast I was listening to earlier, so kind of work, but you know, just more so because I was curious and I enjoyed the topic, as I have done with everything I've done recently for my freelance role. So yeah, anyway, I need to stop waffling and sit down. Mucosal immunology. And yeah, just delete some of these emails quickly. Sorry, this is me as I usually do, just talk to myself, but I'm also talking to you guys. Today, after this, all of the hard stuff in my day is done, basically. And after that, I'm gonna eat food and also make granola in my lunch break, which is so late at this point. But yeah, this routine is not perfect. I'm kind of building new routines, finding what works best for me. I have always really kind of eaten lunch quite late, which is not ideal, but yeah, this is kind of like a work in progress routine. It's not a perfect routine, I want to emphasize that, but it is a routine of some sort. Although we could say that my routine kind of changes slightly day to day. The past 3 days it's been like exactly like this. So yeah, I thought I would film it. Anyway, to kind of show you this transition into adding a freelance role, so more work and getting busier again, which is really good. So just a bit more formally, so in red, I've obviously put the most important information, so all of the microorganisms in a specific site or like a whole host, like a person. We know that, as I said, it's like composed of not only bacteria but all other microorganisms in a very like complex community, so they're all obviously interacting with each other and the host. It's not static, that's really important. It's always evolving and changing, so like with development and age, also with, you know, various lifestyle factors like diet and exercise and like smoking and stuff. We're now going to look at this idea in a bit more detail of mutualism, so how we have this symbiosis, so a relationship between the host and the microbiota, but they're both benefiting in some way, and we're going to look at how they both benefit essentially.
How are we doing? Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. I did change jumpers because I was freezing. I don't know why the house was really cold. Finished tutoring, and yeah, I'm gonna make lunch, but also, oh, my hair's kind of crumpled. Make some granola, I think.
Matthew's gonna take you out on walks. Look at those cute bums.
That's what it tastes like uncooked. It's gonna taste really good cooked. What the granola has a burnt. Oh my gosh. This is a disaster. I didn't even leave it for 20 minutes like I said, like what? What the frick? I just suddenly smell burning, and now the whole house is gonna smell like burning. I swear I'm so good at burning things. Oh, it said 20 minutes. Maybe the heat was just like way too high. I think I can salvage some of this. Please don't tell me I'm the first one to burn granola. This piece isn't burnt. It's quite bland. The macadamia nuts taste like popcorn, wow. That's quite mad. I have OCD, I mean not diagnosed, but it gets worse with stress. I'm not saying I'm stressed right now, but my OCD is the worst with like turning on pans or like making sure ovens are off. So yeah, when I'm really stressed, like I'll get really paranoid about that. So yeah, I mean, I'm home alone right now. Matthew's gonna know what with Bali and Java, but I'm just really bad at that. The macadamia nuts literally taste like popcorn now they've been cooked. We made some. I'm gonna redo this, not right now, but maybe tomorrow, and make it work. I'll put it on my Instagram if I make it work. This looks very weird right now, but I did like salvage most of the granola, and I made a bit of flapjack. Apparently waiting for my granola to burn, I was doing this, but this is flapjack that's no bake. You just put it in the freezer, and I've made it quite a few times, so it looks kind of like a piece of vegan meat. This is what I got from my burnt granola.
So my lunch break is usually an hour, and I try and be strict with myself so I don't work in the hour lunch break like previously. I just used to work continuously, but dividing my day into sections and giving myself breaks has actually really helped my productivity. And then my evening work session or workbook is usually 3 to 4 hours. I'm sometimes doing like 2 different things, but on this day I was just working on my script, so doing a bit more research, and then at the end of that or in the middle of it, if I just feel like I need to move around a bit, I will do some like stretching and mobility work. And I was also doing some eccentric heel raises, so this is to help my calf and my like injury that I've kind of got at the moment. So I was doing some muscle rolling using my massage gun and stuff like that on my yoga mat. And then that's basically all of my work, all the things I do in the evening in my room. After that I'll go downstairs and have a shower and then also make my food.
I think I'm on the final episode of The Traitors. Well, I just need to finish a bit from the penultimate one. But yeah, it's been a good series. I kind of mentioned about being scouted and stuff in my last weekly vlog, which is kind of funny. But I'm very excited to see who wins. I kind of think I know who's gonna win, but I'm not sure how it's gonna kind of end or play out, sort of thing. If you've watched it, you probably know what's going on. But if you haven't, and you're in the UK and you can watch it, I recommend it. It's quite good. Well, I thought it was really good.
Being totally honest, my bedtime is like midnight these days. I'm basically in bed as I hear the clock in our village chime midnight. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely like it if you did, and like it if you like to see similar videos to this one. Comment down below, subscribe if you are new, and as always I'll leave you with the bloopers and speak to you very soon in another video. Bye guys!
I always have stuff in my teeth from my oats. Okay. Oats are freaking delicious if you ask me. I just did some work, didn't I? I hate waking up knowing that can't speak. And where's that glow? So weird.